the cobblestone with rags around his head. He says the gods are whispering about the walking dead. He holds a wooden painted eye and shakes a little bone, and claims he hears the crying of the spirits in the stone. He predicts a fiery famine and a terrible disease, unless we drop a heavy piece of silver on our knees. Oh, his visions are so terrifying, bloody and severe, but his vision gets much better when the copper coin is near. Pay the blind seer, buy a little bit of fate, keep the demons from arriving at the wooden tavern gate. He can see the coming winter, he can see the coming rain, but he only sees the future if you pay him for the pain. Oh, God bless the holy prophet, he's a wizard of the coin. He's a wizard of the coin. Look closer, old man. He told the local blacksmith that his forge was cursed by hell. He told the local baker that an evil struck his well. He sold them holy water that he scooped from out the bog, and charged a heavy premium to ward away the fog. He claims to have the magic that will save the human race, while staring at a copper with a very greedy face. Oh, he gazes at the heavens and he claims to know the sky, but he cannot see the pitchfork that is aiming for his eye. Pay the blind seer, buy a little bit of fate, keep the demons from arriving at the wooden tavern gate. He can see the coming winter, he can see the coming rain, but he only sees the future if you pay him for the pain. Oh, God bless the holy prophet, he's a wizard of the coin. He's a wizard of the coin. finest heavy ale that anyone could find. She had a steady, steady hand and had a brilliant mind. She kept a heavy ledger book beside the tavern door to track the copper pennies of the rich and of the poor. But the men of the village didn't like a clever head, especially when the clever head was asking to be paid. Oh, she adds up all the numbers and she multiplies the fee. It must be dark and evil magic from the devil's tree. Burn the wicked witch, she knows how to read a book. She wrote my bloody name down with a very scary look. She summoned up the demons just by counting to 10. She is a deadly danger to the fragile minds of men. Oh, God bless the holy fire, it will clear the heavy debt. Math is terrifying. Coins, the priest or 22. So they gathered up the village and they told them what to do. They said she cursed the harvest and she made the water sour, and she flies upon a broomstick at the midnight's darkest hour. They tied her to a wooden stake and struck a heavy match, because it's cheaper than returning all the silver in her stash. So the flames are getting higher and the ledger turns to ash. The holy men are smiling as they save a lot of cash. Burn the wicked witch, she knows how to read a book. She wrote my bloody name down with a very scary look. She summoned up the demons just by counting to 10. She is a deadly danger to the fragile minds of men. Oh, God bless the holy fire, it will clear the heavy debt. The books are burned. Was never magic, she was just a lot more smart. And now the real monsters are the ones who spread the spark. You fools. You fools. You can keep your heavy gold, but you're gonna die of fever when the winter's getting cold. rivers dry. We prayed to gods on high, and finally the clouds rolled in. Across the blackened sky, we caught the drops in wooden bowls to save our dying grain. But then the king's tax collector came riding through the rain. He held a parchment in his hand, protected from the wet. He said, His Majesty the King is calling in a debt. The clouds above the kingdom belong to the royal throne, so every drop that hits your roof is silver that you owe. Oh, the king owns the river, the king owns the dirt. He owns the bloody fleas that are living in my shirt. But surely even he can't claim the water from the sky. Pay for the weather, pay for the storm, pay for the puddles that keep the mud warm. Count every raindrop that falls on your head. If you can pay in silver, you'll pay him in red. Praise be to the crown, he's taxing the rain. Whoa! I filled a barrel for my cow. She drank it in a day. The taxman weighed the empty wood to see what I should pay. I asked him if the sun is next. Will they tax the morning light? Will they charge me for the darkness when I go to sleep at night? He told me not to question how the royal laws are made. Just empty out my pockets and be grateful for the shade. Well, I'm looking at his ledger and I'm looking at my note. Pay for the weather, pay for the storm, pay for the puddles that keep the mud warm. Count every raindrop that falls on your head. If you can't pay in silver, you'll pay him in red. Praise be to the crown, he's taxing the rain. Let him drown in it. Wash the castles and wash them away. The taxman is floating down the river today. Guess the rain is free after all. out for all the healers just to hold his royal head. He says the gold is heavy and the rubies make him sore. He simply cannot bear to wear the shiny crown no more. His neck is getting stiffer from the burden of the grace, while we are hauling boulders just to build his fireplace. So fetch the royal cushions, fetch the finest silken thread. The poor and fragile majesty is suffering in bed. Pity for the monarch with the heavy golden hat, while the children in the alleyway are roasting up a rat. He carries all the kingdom on his poor and aching spine. So let us wash his weary feet and pour his ruby wine. Oh, God, give him the strength to wear a crown so very heavy. Let us help you carry it. Blacksmith works the anvil till his fingers start to bleed. He's making iron braces for the monarch's special need. We pay a special tax to buy the ointment for his pain, while drinking muddy water from the puddles in the rain. He tells the noble lords that being king is such a curse, but trading places with the poor would surely make it worse. All the tragedy of power, all the sorrow of the throne, he bears the weight of diamonds while we break our bloody bones. For the monarch with the heavy golden hat, while the children in the alleyway are roasting up a rat. He carries all the kingdom on his poor and aching spine. So let us wash his weary feet and pour his ruby wine. Oh, God, give him the strength to wear a crown so very heavy. I think your head is the problem. Is hurting you, then take it off your head. We can find a proper place to put the gold instead. We can melt the rubies down and buy 1,000 cows. We can turn the sacred scepter into iron for the plows. You cry about the burden while you feed upon the fat. We will gladly lift the weight off with a chopping block and axe off. With it. Off with it. Take away the crown because it's heavy on his head. Take away the velvet and the feathers from his bed. We are curing his disease. We are taking off the weight. We are marching to the palace and we're breaking down the gate. Well, Your Majesty, we took the burden. Yesterday and took the final wheat. They took the healthy carrots and they took the juicy meat. They left us us with the frozen dirt and left us with the mud, to freeze inside the winter and to cough up all our blood. But wait, my fellow peasants, wipe the sorrow from your eyes. I dug behind the outhouse and I found a lovely prize. Oh, it's purple and it's squishy and it smells a bit like feet, but it's better than the gravel that we usually have to eat. Praise the rotting turnip, toss it in the boiling pot. We are feasting like the royalty on everything that's rot. Add a little river mud to give the soup a shine. If you close your eyes and hold your nose, it tastes just like a wine. Oh, God bless the rotting turnip, it's a banquet for the swine. Don't eat the green parts. Chin while locking up the gate. He told us we should fast and pray to cleanse our sinful soul, while we are splitting half a worm inside a wooden bowl. So throw the moldy cabbage in and throw the leather shoe. We're making such a masterpiece of muddy tavern stew. Oh, the maggots give it texture and the fungus gives it spice. If we survive the dinner, we will pay a heavy price. Praise the rotting turnip, toss it in the boiling pot. We are feasting like the royalty on everything that's rot. Add a little river mud to give the soup a shine. If you close your eyes and hold your nose, it tastes just like a wine. Oh, God bless the rotting turnip, it's a banquet for the swine. Oh! Lick the bowl clean. We become the rotten men, and we'll spread the rotten sickness when we march out of the pen. They feed us with the garbage, so we're turning into trash, and we'll burn the royal kitchen till it's nothing but an ash. You want to starve the village, you want to see us die. Well, we're spitting out the poison right into your bloody eye. Anyone want seconds? Choke on the rotting turnip, toss it in the boiling pot. We are bringing to the castle everything that we have got. We will serve you up a banquet made of misery and pain, and we'll watch you eat the gravel while you're standing in the rain. Ow! My compliments to the chef. My compliments to the chef. Keep your voices very low. I have have a little secret that the kingdom shouldn't know. The king is out there hunting for a boar out in the wood, but the queen is riding bareback and she's riding very good. The stable boy is missing, haven't seen him in a week. He used to brush the stallions, now they say he went to speak with her majesty in private, brushing something else instead. Now he's sleeping with the fishes, or he's sleeping in her bed. Oh, the hangman is so busy tying ropes around the town. If you whisper about the stable boy, you're swinging upside down. But the ale is flowing freely and the tavern knows the truth. Sing a song for the lover, the boy who brushed the mane. He rode into the castle and was never seen again. The king has got his antlers, they are growing on his head. But the queen is never lonely when his majesty's away. Oh, God bless the royal stable. They found a royal handkerchief beside the stable door. They burned the bloody stable down and polished up the floor. The town crier is screaming that the boy committed treason, but we all know the majesty of her particular reason. So lock your doors and bite your tongue, don't look her in the eye. The kingdom's biggest secret is a very public lie. I'd rather be a peasant with a copper to my name than a fool upon a velvet throne who doesn't know the game. Sing a song for the lover, the boy who brushed the maid. He rode into the castle and was never seen again. The king has got his antlers, they are growing on his head. But the queen is never lonely when his majesty's away. Oh, God bless the royal stable. Did you hear? The gardener is next. And was never seen again. The king has got his antlers, they are growing on his head. But the queen is never lonely when his majesty's in bed. Don't tell the Don't tell the king. The castle dress of spider silk. She bathes in crushed red roses and drinks the finest milk.
She complains the halls are drafty, the fireplace too small, while the peasants in the valley have no bloody fire at all. I lost a tooth this morning to the scurvy and the rot. I'd cook a hearty stew if I had something for the pot. But the royal hounds are eating cuts of venison and beef, while I'm chewing on the leather of an old and moldy leaf.
Oh, the silk is very soft and the scurvy's very hard.
There's a hanging in the morning at the royal palace yard
for a man who stole an apple just to feed his dying wife.
Well, a piece of stolen fruit is worth a dirty peasant's life.
God save the silk, God bless the disease. The queen is feeling chilly, won't you beg upon your knees? We're coughing up our lungs to keep her shining like a pearl in the most pathetic kingdom in the whole pathetic world. The gold into the fabric of her gown, while the fever takes the children in the gutters of the town.
She says the peasant women lack a sense of proper style. I'd like to see her fashion when she's standing on trial.
When the mud is on her slippers and the rats are at her door,
let's see if she remembers what the bloody gods are for.
God save the silk, God bless the disease. The queen is feeling chilly, won't you beg upon your knees? We're coughing up our lungs to keep her shining like a pearl in the most pathetic kingdom in the whole pathetic world.
Smile for the crown, you peasants. Smile for the crown, you peasants. Smile, 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 smile for the crown, you peasants.
Smile for the crown,
you peasants. Silk around her neck and pull it very tight.
Drag her from the tower in the middle of the night.
No more roses in the bath, no more golden crowns.
We are bringing all the disease to the center of the town. Burn down the silk, pass on the disease. The queen is shivering now, watch her crawling on her knees. We coughed up our lungs, now we're taking back the pearl from the most pathetic royalty in the whole pathetic world. Yeah, keep the change, majesty. hiding underneath the floor. You're the only ones who visit since the plague has hit the door. You don't ask me for a tax, you don't ask me for a fee. You just take a little crumb and keep me quiet company. The king has got his loyal hounds and falcons in the sky, but I have got a dozen rats who sing a lullaby. Oh, their teeth are very sharp and their eyes are very red, but they make a lovely blanket when it's freezing in the bed. Sing a song for the vermin, the kings of the decay. They're the only ones who listen when we get upon our knees to pray. They are crawling in the pantry, they are swimming in the stew, and they've got a better conscience than the royal guard, it's true. Oh, God bless the little rats, they're the finest friends I knew. Bite them back. Walking down the street with his velvet-covered shoulders and his leather-covered feet. He stepped upon a shadow and he let out quite a yell, for the rats do not respect a man who climbed right out of hell. They took a piece of velvet, they took a piece of meat, and they dragged his bloody arrogance right down into the street. Oh, the rats don't care for silver and the rats don't care for gold. They just want to eat the mighty when the mighty get too old. Sing a song for the vermin, the kings of the decay. They're the only ones who listen when we get upon our knees to pray. They are crawling in the pantry, they are swimming in the stew, and they've got a better conscience than the royal guard, it's true. Oh, God bless the little rats, they're the finest friends I knew. They're still hungry. Sleeping heavy and the doors are locked so tight, they will wake up with the vermin crawling up to take a bite. You've treated us like animals and threw us in the mud. Now the animals are coming for a taste of royal blood. Sweet dreams. Cheer for the vermin, the kings of the decay. We are opening the cellars and we're letting them away. We will march them to the castle, we will march them to the stew, and we'll let them eat the king until there's nothing left to chew. Now they're working. Hey, 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 hey. he's never seen. While we chew on leather boots and praise a shiny queen, he sits upon a velvet throne, his belly round and wide, while the plague is knocking gently on the countryside. Pour the water in the ale, make the barrel last. We're drinking to the future, cause we've buried all the past. A copper for the taxman, a copper for the priest, and nothing for the children who are starving at the feast. Oh, his crown is very heavy, or so the heralds say, but it's funny how the fat man never wastes away. Praise the golden pig, praise his holy greed. He bleeds the kingdom dry to buy the things he doesn't need. We're shivering in the mud, he's sweating in his silk, drinking up our blood like it's a mother's milk. Sent my brother to the east to fight a holy fight for a god that never listens in the middle of the night. My brother got an iron cross, a fancy piece of tin. I traded it for half a loaf and consider it a win. Oh, his sword is very shiny, though it's never tasted bone. It's easy to be brave when you are hiding on a throne. Praise the golden pig, praise his holy greed. He bleeds the kingdom dry to buy the things he doesn't need. We're shivering in the mud, he's sweating in his silk, drinking up our blood like it's a mother's milk. Hi! The priest arrived on Sunday in a robe of shining white. He said he brings salvation from the darkness of the night. He told us we were sinners and our souls were turning black, but he could wash the evil off for silver in his sack. He chanted in the tavern, telling stories of the damned, and offered us forgiveness from the hollow of his hand. Oh, he preaches of the heaven and he preaches of the light, but his fingers are inside your purse, completely out of sight. Praise the holy water, but beware the dirty hands. He is selling the forgiveness to the peasants of the lands. He will dip you in the river, he will wash away the mud, but he's sucking all your savings like a tick upon the blood. Oh, God bless the Holy Father and the prophet that commands. Count your copper! He claims it cures the fever and the breathing of the smog. We bow upon the gravel and we kiss his heavy ring, while his acolytes are taking every single bloody thing. He charges for the blessing, he charges for the prayer, while leaving us to starve upon the cobblestone square. Oh, the water's looking filthy, but the silver's shining bright, and the holy man is drinking heavy tavern ale tonight. Praise the holy water, but beware the dirty hands. He is selling the forgiveness to the peasants of the lands. He will dip you in the river, he will wash away the mud, but he's sucking all your savings like a tick upon the blood. Oh, God bless the Holy Father and the prophet that commands. He stole the bread money. And the promises of grace, we will take the holy chalice and we'll smash it in his face. If the water cleans the sinner, then we know exactly how. We will throw him in the river and we'll baptize him right now. We will hold his heavy shoulders underneath the muddy tide, till he pays for every single bloody copper that he lost. From the edges of the lands, he can pray into the river, he can pray into the mud, but we're taking back the silver that he purchased with our blood. Children chew on tree bark and the rivers have run dry. The bishop stands upon a box and points toward the sky. He says the gods are angry 'cause they do not have a home, and demands a heavy temple made of marble and of stone. He tells us we must starve a bit to buy the shiny paint, so we can build a golden roof to satisfy a saint. Oh, the stomach is so empty and the pockets are so bare, but the temple will be beautiful across the market square. Build a golden shrine, let it shine into the night, while the people of the village fade away into the white. Give me your final piece of silver, give me a final piece of red, so the statues can be comfortable long after you are dead. Oh, God bless the golden shrine, it's a monument of greed. Look at it shine. I sold my only milking cow to buy a silver bell, because the bishop promised it would save my soul from hell. They hung it in the tower and they ring it every noon, while the peasants dig their shallow graves beneath the bloody moon. The priests are eating pheasant in the shadow of the dome, while telling us that suffering will lead us to our home. Oh, the statues wear the rubies and the pillars wear the gold, and the village is a graveyard that is turning very cold. Build the golden shrine, let it shine into the night, while the people of the village fade away into the white. Give me your final piece of silver, give me your final piece of red, so the statues can be comfortable long after you are dead. Oh, God bless the golden shrine, it's a monument of greed. Temples for a God that never speaks. We are tired of the promises that last for only weeks. We will bring the heavy hammers, we will climb the marble wall, and we'll take the golden statues and we'll crush them into small. We will melt the bloody roof down just to buy a sack of grain, and we'll leave the holy bishop standing naked in the rain. Tear it down. Break the golden shrine, rip Smith drinks his breakfast from a dirty wooden jug. He stumbles to the furnace like a heavy, clumsy slug. The king ordered 1,000 swords to arm the royal guard, but the blacksmith cannot see the steel. He's drinking way too hard. He swings the heavy hammer and he misses by a mile, and shapes a lump of iron with a very crooked smile. Oh, the edge is very thick and the point is very round. When you swing it at the enemy, it bounces to the ground. Raise your ale to the Drunken Smith, the finest in the land, with a barrel in his belly and a hammer in his hand. He makes the royal army look like jesters in a play, 'cause they have to beat the enemy, they cannot slash away. Oh, God bless the ruined steel, it's a beautiful display. It wouldn't cut butter. The guard came down to test the shining blade. He swung it at a melon, but a tiny dent was made. He screamed at the mechanic, "Are you blind or are you mad?" The blacksmith burped and told him it was all the steel he had. So now the royal soldiers march into the bloody fray, equipped with heavy metal sticks to gently tap the prey. Oh, the armor takes a dent, but the skin is never cut, and the soldiers of His Majesty are falling on their butts. Raise your ale to the Drunken Smith, the finest in the land, with a barrel in his belly and a hammer in his hand. He makes the royal army look like jesters in a play, 'cause they have to beat the enemy, they cannot slash away. Oh, God bless the ruined steel, it's a beautiful display. Pour him another round. Strike while the iron's cold. Cheer for the Drunken Smith, the savior of the poor. He disarmed the royal military right behind their door. We will take the blunt swords, we will take the heavy lead, and we'll bash the royal crowns right off their royal bloody head. Hey! Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.